Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Timeout Tuesday, 16th of September. I was just saying to my husband that we're halfway through September already. Can you believe it? Year is flying. Today, I'm going to show you a set that I have. It's an online set that I might have even passed by if I hadn't. I'm just getting some water here as well. If I hadn't seen a friend use it, and it's called Prairie Grass, and I'm just going to get the camera down on this so it's a bit of reflection of the light. There we go. Prairie Grass. Now, it's in some ways it's a nondescript, yeah, which is easy to pass over, but the cards you can make with this are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to attempt to make two or three today, and show you what I've done with it. So my first one today uses the beautiful gallery frames, and if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, it'll be my granddaughter, because she is here today with me because she's got a cold and can't go to preschool. So yep. So anyway, this is the card we're going to make. Everything's happening this morning, so yeah. We've had a bit of a crazy morning, so yeah. So let me show you what I'm going to do. This is white embossed. So we've got Secret Sea and white. And what I've done is I've cut this out with the beautiful gallery frame. And if I take all the white bits out, hide them all for a second, and I put this together, you'll see what I mean about it being. So I've made a piece that is 10 centimeters by 14.4, and I embossed it first of all. That's the first thing I did, you see, and then I cut it out using the frames. So here we go. I'm going to quickly put this together. So what happens is that you cut out a piece of white that's just a little bigger than the navy, and I'm going to start putting this all together. So turn that over. And there. So that's the first bit. Now I'm going to do the second bit, and then we'll put them all together. Okay, so whoops. What was that? That's a piece of cardstock. Okay. So I'm going to do the back of this one. We have an absolutely beautiful day, but I've had a bit of a crazy weekend. So I am pretty tired and a little bit out of it today. I had my piano recital yesterday. This one's going to go on here. Centered it. Okay. Doesn't matter that it looks upside down at the moment. And then I've got another piece of white cardstock that I'm going to layer the top one up. So let's do that one. You could do these in dimensionals as well, but I just did them with tape. Whoops, almost caught it on that. Okay, put this one on. We have a 3-year-old here, so you'll probably hear her little chattering in the background as she talks to Granddad. So now I've got these 3 pieces. I could cut this out if I wasn't being lazy today, but you can see that I need to put them all the right way, because otherwise it doesn't look right. So this is the bottom one. I'm going to layer this one on top. It will be the next frame. Okay. So what I want to do is to make sure I line it up so that it looks like, although there is white there, a white border, it looks like it continues on the prairie grass. And here's the last one, and it's going to go on the top again. And I'm just going to make sure that it is straight. So basically what you want to do is to make it look as if it's all one piece. See, so the grass is like that. Now I'm going to put it on the front of this like so, and I think I'm just going to put it straight on. It's a friend had done a card using this frame at retreat that I was at, and I thought this would look great with this. So that's that bit. Now for the inside, I didn't show you the inside. If you look at the inside, I've got sending the healing power of love, make a beautiful get well card, and I have stamped some reeds on the inside. So that is going to go on here, and that card will be finished. So here we go. One, here we go. And I'm just going to layer it. Whoops. Here we go. Probably could have taken a little bit off that, a bit more off that at the top and bottom, but that's okay. So that's my first card. Now, one thing I could do, I'm not going to do it today, but I could put some white dimensionals on that, and that would be my first card. Okay, so card number one. Card number two, I think I'm going to do this one next. I love Thankful Journey, and this is a way to use Thankful Journey. I've done a couple here that you can see. Use the paper, but in a slightly different way. So you can see that inside is fairly blank. I'll put that on that. So I'm going to begin one of those for you today. So I've picked this one for this one. Okay, it's going to go there. So I've got some Misty Moonlight. I could use even that side, which is pretty too. You'd have to go that side, and I'm not sure that, yeah, I could do it that way, but I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I've got my Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to put this piece on first. Both sides of this Thankful Journey are beautiful. So it's a wonderful way to make a really simple card. So I've got a piece 10 by 14.4, and I'm just going to add this to the left side. And then I've got a tiny strip that's 2 centimeters wide, and it's going to go on the other side. Let's get it. There we go. And you can see it's a continuation of the same pattern. But we've just got that little bit in the inside. Okay. Now, the next thing, I probably should have done that first, but that's okay. Got my secret C here. And I'm going to stamp secret C, this here, just there, like so. Yeah, like that. So let me grab my block. You'll need a larger block. What's this one? It's an E block for this. And I'm not even sure that this is big enough, but I shall do it like that. And I've got most of it on. It isn't quite big enough. I might even need a bigger block than that. Might leave that one for the moment, and I'll show you something else that I'm doing. And I'll get my husband to bring in my blocks for me in a minute. But I'm going to show you another card. Let's go back to that in a minute. Okay? Just leave it for a second. This card is And where is its partner? I've lost its partner. Yeah, lost its partner. I think, yeah. But let me show you what. Oh, here it is, hiding underneath. This is an interesting effect that my friend Morel had done. And basically she's got white and white, and she's used the block instead of stamps for this. So I'm going to show you, I've done a couple. Every one that you do will be completely different, okay? So these are two using the same technique, but can you see how different they are? I'm going to try and do one very quickly for you, and just show you how it comes together. Could you find me a block that's bigger than that one? You could bring in on the floor. There's my block case. Okay. So what we do, we don't even need a stamp set for this for the moment. Okay. And I'm hoping this will work. Because yeah. So I've got I've got this block, which is an H block, and I'm actually going to just use dark cloud cover, and I'm just going to rub all over this. Now, it might look as if there's nothing there, but I can assure you that there is. Okay, I'm just making sure that I've got enough. Okay, now I've got some icicle here. Normally I would hold this up in the air to do, but I'm going to do it down like this. So I've got a little bottle of icicle, and you need to have a fine mister to be able to do this, because I tried something else and it didn't work. Now I've got my block, and it also smells as well quite strongly of alcohol. And that's my first one. You can see that that's quite different. Now I'm just going to wipe that off, and I'm going to spray some more alcohol on it. There we go, because I want a clean block again for the next bit. Right, that's done. Let's do the next one. So we've done cloud cover. The next one is pool party, dark pool party, and I'm going to do the same thing with it. So let's get this, hopefully. Oh yes, it is working. Sometimes it's hard to see with these colors that they're working. So basically, I'm just using my blender pen to push this all over the top. There we go. That looks pretty good. Move that out of the way so it doesn't get sprayed. Got a piece of paper here. I'm going to get my icicle again, and it leaves like a blotchy. Okay, and I'm just going to put it right below the other one. And there we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now I will clean off my stamp again, because so just basically using an icicle so that I can, and you can see that the ink comes off when you use that. Clean it up before I do the next one. Okay, so the last one's going to be Summer Splash. I love this color. I saw a nice top the other day in this color, and I was thinking, oh, I think I have to buy that one. Okay, so you can actually see Summer Splash on that. Let's move that out of the way. And so it leaves it sort of splotchy. And then I'm going to put it on my piece of paper. There we go. Still got a little bit. One of the things that you can do is use your foam mat as well. And let's see what way I'm going to do this. See if I can do that. And that gives you a little bit more. So there we go. And I'm just going to clean this off, because the alcohol evaporates and you're left with ink on the stamp. And just doing that. What a beautiful color. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's that done. Now, that's the first layer. Okay, I've got my secret seed here. Whoops, I just moved the computer a little bit. Secret seed. I'll put the lid on the alcohol. And I've got a large block here because actually this stamp fits better on this one. See, this is a F block, okay? But can you see how beautifully it fits on? So when I use something like this that has a large stamp on it, I'm inclined to turn it upside down. And you notice I've got a bit of extra ink up here at the top. I'm going to rub that off because otherwise I might get a shadow along my nice card. Okay, that should be enough. Now, what I want to do is to stamp this to the left of this. Lift it off, and I've got that. So, isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's that. Now, I don't have just a note here, but I'll tell you what I have. I've got So Very Sorry, which will be fine, and I shall use that in Secret C. So let's get that. Just want to make sure I've got it all on. So Very Sorry. So that would make a nice sympathy card. And I am going to put this on my white base. And I'm hoping my hands are clean. I'm not going to make too much of a mess. Okay, so I will turn it over. And I'm going to put this on the dimensionals. So let's grab those and grab my pick. I've got some here that the tops have come off, so I'm going to use those first. Otherwise, I'll get a bit, come on. Here we go. That one. That one there. That one there. That one there. Let me put a couple more on. I just lost the top of that one too. I think the issue with these ones is that they're sort of not quite cut through. So it'll work better once I've got a few. Okay, so I'm going to take those off the backs off those. That's sticky, 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 sticky. So let's put it on the card. Turn it around. I'll get it on straight if I can. So excuse me if I go. Okay. Then I've got some brush butterflies here. I love these brush butterflies. So let's get these out. And I'm going to put, I think I'll put a little one. I've got a little one here that's stuck to a big one. Hopefully I can get it off. We'll put the big one on first. Just going to put that on like that. And I'll get my little one. Add a bit of glue on the back and another big one. I'll put that down there. So I've got 3 on it, and it just really lifts the card, doesn't it? So that's I'll just close this for a moment. That's the same card with a different sentiment, and yeah, this one I made out like a 10 card. This one is side to side. So that's card number 2. And the one that I was working on is this one. So now I can do my Prairie Grass, now that I've got the right block. I actually thought I'd used that block the time at camp, but obviously hadn't. I obviously used a bigger one. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over, and excuse me as I move this down a little bit, because I want to make sure I put it on straight, all on the AEST. There we go, done. And that's the top of this card, okay? And I'm going to stick that on the base. My granddaughter believes in chatting all the time. I don't think she ever stops talking, even when she's asleep. She's such a busy little bee. Now, I've made a sentiment for this. It's going to go on there. I could put some thread behind it if I wanted to. I'm going to put this sentiment on dimensionals, the right word, to give it dimension. There we go. And I shall put that on down there. And I'm going to get my brass butterflies again, because I think a few brass butterflies in this would look really nice. I'm just going to put a little one up there, one there, and one there. Okay, isn't that nice? Okay, so that's, you can just see those sparkling in it. So that's the third card. I've got another one here that I had made up, but I'm not sure if I like it or not. So I'm going to show it to you. It's going to be very, very quick because I have sort of pre-made it. I did this one with pecan pie and espresso brown. So what I've done, and I pre-prepared this a little bit, I use my blender brush to do that, okay? But what I'm going to do is stamp Prairie Meadow on it again, but I'll need to clean my block before I do. You can probably hear the little iPad. Now, I've got some espresso here, and I'm going to quickly just stamp this. There we go. Now, let's pop this on here. I might actually use my mat again, because I think that you get a better, with these big stamps, you get, turn it around the right way, you get a better cover on it. Okay. It's quite a masculine card, this one. Okay. Now, I don't know if I've got any linen thread, but that's okay. I can semi put it together anyway. Okay. So this is going to go on like that. On top. Like that. And I'll probably put this on the inside, and I might actually use one of these stamps for the inside. Which one? I like this. I really like this stamp. I've used it before, but I'm going to try it again. And I'm just going to stamp it in the bottom left, I think. So let's get that. It's good. Let's pop it on here. Like that. It's quite dark, that one. Oh gosh, my husband's on the ball today. Got some linen thread here for me. There you go. You could even use gold on that instead of that. You could use, I've got 2 golds here. Would be pretty on it, wouldn't it? So what I can do on, because that's the one that I already made, this is the one I'm making. I'm going to put this on the inside first of all, because we have this one and I may as well make it up. Okay, 10 card. Pop that on the inside. Okay. Now I have the sentiment somewhere on the table. Oh, here it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue across the back of this sentiment. I've already stamped it, but then I'm going to put some dimensionals on it. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. So one there, one there, one there, and one there. And I might actually put one in the middle. Right. Now I've got this. It's like it's different to this one, which is currant, but this one I don't think is currant. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sort of a bow freehand on this using the tape that I just stuck on the back to hold the bow in place, like that. I don't know if I want a third one or not. Let's see. Maybe. And I'm going to cut that. That will unravel a little bit. And I should have taken the dimensions off, but that's okay. Take them off now. So this one here was done with natural thread. This one has a little bit of gold on it. That one is sticky, sticky. This is the only one I haven't. Now you'll notice that the thread is bounced off there, but that's okay. We'll get that back on. I'm twisting it as I put it on as well, so that I can get it to go in a slightly different angle. There we go. And then I'm just going to put this on the card right there. And that's it with the gold thread. And you can see, I'm going to open this up a little bit so that it just unraveled a little bit, just like the other side. So use your pick to do that. And my brass butterflies again, which are on the table. And I'm just going to put two big ones up here, just to take away the starkness of the white. And I'm going to put a little one on here. And this one says sending you healing power of love, which is a beautiful sentiment. So that is another version of this one with gold thread instead of linen thread. I actually like the gold on it. I think, yeah, it looks good with the brass butterflies. It just adds to it. So this, let me put these cards all together for you. So this was the last one I did. Make a bit of room. This was the thank you for everything. Okay. This one was so very sorry. And move them down just a teeny bit. And I've done just a note on the other one. And then I have this one here, which is the using the beautiful gallery frames. So you can see three very, very different cards. Actually, do you know what I need to do? Being a bit there. That looks better. I like having let's take that one away. So we've got that. You can see there we go. So that's our 4 cards for today. Normally I do 3, but these 2 are just different from the middle ones. And I just love this set. So Prairie Grass Online, the number is, I have it, 166. Here we go. 166, 168. And it's got sometimes life is just hard. My shoulder is yours. Sending the healing power of love. So very sorry. And you're not alone. I'm here for you. And those are the sentiments on it. So, yeah, have a go at using that. It's such a pretty, just makes a really simple card, especially using DSP. Look how easy that was. Just to stick that on and then just stamp it. So anyway, that's today. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will catch up with you next week. hopefully. Yeah, I think next week's the last week of the school term, because yeah, we're in week 9 this week, so then we're into holidays, but hopefully it'll be a bit easier to get everything done. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week, but I think I'm going to do another Christmas card, so you'll have to wait and see, because I've got a little bit of prep to do for that. So anyway, have a lovely day. If you are able to be out in the sunshine, enjoy it. I had breakfast outside this morning in the sun, and it was really lovely, just to be out there and feel the warmth of the sun after such a wet, cold winter. So take care, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.